Hello friends, welcome to another video. Today's review is Everless by Sarah Holland. So I can get that nicely in there without too much reflection. Kind of hard to do. You're getting a little reflection, guys. I'm so sorry. Come on, Baz. I know you guys have met Baz before. Usually he's not with me. He's the shy one. But he's not feeling very well today. He's being very clingy. Nothing wrong with that. I got this from a local library. It is a youth book, so it will not have serious spice in it. Stay in my lap, honey. Come on. I'm a little too close. He doesn't have room. Maybe that's what he's getting on about. In the land of Sempera, the rich control everything, even time. Ever since the fabled age of alchemy and sorcery, hours, days, and years have been extracted from blood, bound to iron, and preserved in coins. Now aristocrats like the Girling family, flourish for centuries, while commoners live out their scant years in bitter resentment. And no one resents the Girlings more than Jules Ember. She and her father were once servants at Everless, the Girlings' palatial estate, until a fateful accident drove them away. Now, desperate to earn time, Jules returns to Everless amidst preparations for the wedding of Rowan, the youngest Girling lord, to the Queen's daughter. Between Rowan's unexpected kindness, his brother Liam's cruelty, and the chilling rumors surrounding the Queen, Everless holds more temptations and danger than Jules thought possible. The stories of her childhood begin to take on new significance, spiraling her deeper into the past she hardly recognizes, and revealing a tangle of violent secrets that could change her future and the future of time itself forever. So, the characters in this book, because I'm petting Baz, his fur is flying everywhere, so if I'm touching my nose a lot more often than normal, that is why. It is not his fault, he just tends to shed very easy. The main characters are obviously Jules and her father and her best friend Emma. And when she gets to Everless, she meets the two brothers, Rowan and Liam, who she knew from childhood. And a couple of the other maids, the head cook who's sort of like in charge is Laura. And then there's Addie and Bee, who she I shouldn't say spends a lot of time with, but like they're part of the story. The head guard, his name is Ivan. And then, of course, there's the Queen and Ina. Ina is her daughter, adopted daughter, and Caro, C-A-R-O, is her handmaiden. So we spend a lot of time with those girls as well. This book is really interesting. It drew me. You're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but the hourglass, I really loved that, with the detail of the Girling estate in the sand and stairs spiraling down. I thought was really beautiful. But the idea that we use time as currency, as money, like you literally go to the bloodletter to make coin for time, and people like dissolve it in tea or wine or whatnot to drink it to gain time. And you get weak when you lose time, but you use it for everything, like paying your rent, buying things. It's their regular currency. It's kind of interesting theory. The whole book is in first person from Jules' point of view. That leads some stuff to the imagination for sure when you're not following other characters. I've read mixed reviews on the book before I read it from other people off of Goodreads, and because it's her first book, a lot of people thought the writing was kind of immature. But I highly enjoyed it. Now, I did read it very fast. It was a fast read. I read it in a few days. And you do see how the characters learn and develop and change. I did find certain things about it a little bit more predictable. I guessed certain things that normally I wouldn't have even tried to pick up on. Um, Nothing too serious in the plot that I picked up on right away, though. There are definitely some twists thrown in, several twists. Some of them all come out at once. Some of them are in bits and pieces. There are no dragons. It's just there's. I don't think there's any magical creatures, but there are, like they talk about the sorceress, and there's rumors that the queen is the sorceress because she was there at the beginning. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to talk about in this book. This one in particular didn't give me too many emotions per se. I did still highly enjoy reading it. Like I found it a page turner, probably because it is a little more of a simpler read. Like I didn't find, like there is world building, but not a lot of overly descriptive things and not a ton of like really large words or anything like that. But like again, it is for youth, like teenagers and whatnot. I'm trying to decide. I think there's going to be more of an element of romance, but I'm not sure. I wouldn't call it enemies to lovers. I don't know who the main love interest for Jules is in this, and if it's going to be a huge part of the book. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the brothers, either Rowan or Liam, but I am unsure what's happening there. Levi just came in the room. He's here to check out what's happening. Now I got both the boys in here. The ending is definitely a cliffhanger. They leave a lot that's left undone. I wouldn't call it like a crazy cliffhanger though. Like it didn't make me want to throw the book across the room. Like the Fourth Wing series has done to me several times. Definitely leaving you open for the sequel. It is only a duet. There's only 2 books, or duology, and I do have the second one here, so I will be reading that shortly. So the follow-up will be coming up within a week or 2. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I actually get to reading it on a good time frame. And I also felt that the pace of the book was fairly even throughout. Like it's a decent pace. But I would rate it 3 out of 5 stars. It's a good book, good writing, likable characters, but nothing really stood out to me 100%. Like I mean, it was a page turner to a point. Like I did enjoy reading it, and I did like the writing. You can tell it's her first book. It's definitely not supposed to be overly complicated, but there's a simplicity in that. Sometimes you want a book that isn't overly complicated. Like yes, there is complications. Like there's stuff to think about, and the plot isn't basic. Not in the long run, but it's still interesting. I definitely would recommend it for people. Just keeping in mind that it's not high fantasy. It's not overly... I don't know the word for it. I don't know the word that I'm looking for to describe this book. I did, like I said, be prepared for that when you're reading it. Like it's not... I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say, guys. I still think you should check it out. I loved the fact that time is money. Like, obviously, of course time is money. Technically, we're still giving our time and getting cash, but I mean, like, actually using it as currency, taking time, turning it into coin. I found that theory very interesting. So I am going to read the second one to see how it turns out. Hopefully my review of book 2 makes more sense than that one. I hope you guys enjoyed that review and the video and seeing the cats in the background. Please like and subscribe. I'll put the link for book 2 in the description box when I get it done. And I will see you all in the next video.